Have you ever wondered if someone might secretly like you, but you just can't tell? Maybe it's a friend who acts a little too friendly. A coworker who remembers weirdly specific things about you. Or that one person who always finds a reason to message you late at night. You start to overanalyze everything. Their smile. Their texts. That random compliment. And suddenly, you're spiraling down a rabbit hole of what if? Here's the truth. People with secret crushes rarely say it out loud. But they do show it, in ways they probably don't even realize. Let's break down the 9 real signs someone might be crushing on you hard. And they're hoping you won't notice. Or maybe, deep down, they're hoping you will. They comment on your new haircut before anyone else does. They remember your favorite snack, your birthday, or the way you take your coffee. They even bring up things you totally forgot you told them. These aren't just signs of a good memory. They're signs of attention, focused, intentional, emotional attention. Someone who's secretly into you will absorb the details. They're mentally cataloging what makes you, you. It's how they stay connected to you, without saying it outright. They may not say I like you, but when they remember how you hate rainy days or that you once mentioned wanting to visit Tokyo. That's emotional intimacy in disguise. The average person forgets small talk. But a person with a secret crush? They hold onto it like treasure. Because in their mind, those little things are pieces of who you are. And they're already emotionally invested in every one of them. Walk into the room, and suddenly, they're fidgeting. Playing with their phone. Touching their face. Talking a little too fast, or not at all. This isn't typical shyness. It's nervous energy. The kind that comes from caring too much about how they come across to you. They might avoid eye contact. Or hold it for just a second too long. They laugh at your jokes, even the bad ones. And sometimes, they'll say something completely random just to fill the silence. Here's what's really happening. They're trying not to show how much they care. But their body language betrays them. It's not about confidence. It's about emotional stakes. You matter to them, more than they're ready to admit. And their awkwardness? That's just their crush showing up before they're ready to speak it out loud. Suddenly, they're showing up at your favorite cafe. Or randomly bumping into you after work. They start liking the same hobbies. Joining the same group chats. Volunteering for the same projects. Coincidence? Maybe. But when it happens consistently, it's something more. They're trying to orbit closer to you, without being obvious. Without the risk of outright rejection. Being around you gives them a dopamine hit. It's not about what you're doing. It's about being near you at all. They're not just available. They're choosing to be where you are, over and over again. It's emotional proximity disguised as casual coincidence. If someone always seems to be where you are, it's not just the universe playing matchmaker. Sometimes, it's them, trying to get close without getting caught. You mention someone else. Someone new. Someone you're texting, seeing, laughing with. And suddenly, their whole vibe shifts. They go quiet. Force a smile. Change the subject. Or jokingly ask too many questions. They act like it's not a big deal. But inside? They're spiraling. They don't want to come off as possessive. But they feel possessive. Because the thought of someone else having your attention? It stings. Crushes are emotional. Vulnerable. And jealousy, even when hidden, is a massive tell. They might pretend they're fine. But their eyes say otherwise. They'll overcompensate. Act colder. Or too enthusiastic. But deep down, they're shaken. This subtle jealousy is not toxic. It's unspoken longing. They care, but they're not ready to say it. So it leaks out in moments like these. You casually mention your favorite snack once, and the next week, they bring it to you. You say you're stressed, and they follow up 3 days later. You mention an inside joke, and they never forget it. That's not casual listening. That's focused attention. When someone has a secret crush, your words stick. Even the throwaway ones. They remember birthdays, songs you love, things that made you laugh. Because to them, those pieces of you matter. They want to understand you. Support you. Impress you, without making it obvious. You might feel surprised when they reference something you forgot you said. But they didn't forget. Because they never stopped paying attention. They're curating a version of you in their heart. And every detail helps them feel closer, even if they're still keeping it a secret. You cross your legs, they do too. You laugh, they suddenly smile. You start talking faster, and so do they. This isn't them copying you intentionally. It's subconscious. It's what happens when someone is deeply tuned into you. Mirroring is one of the clearest signs of emotional connection. People in sync with each other begin to reflect each other's body language, tone, pace, and mood. They're not mocking you. They're aligning with you. Because being around you affects them, physically, emotionally, and energetically. When someone has a secret crush, they want to match your vibe. Even if they don't realize they're doing it. It creates harmony. It makes them feel closer. And it's one of the ways their feelings leak out, without a single word. If you notice someone often mirroring you, it could be their body speaking the truth their mouth won't say. With others, they're smooth, charming, relaxed. But when you walk into the room, suddenly they drop their phone, forget their words, laugh at things that aren't funny. This isn't them being awkward. It's them being nervous, because you matter to them. Their brain goes into overdrive trying to appear normal. Which makes them do the exact opposite. You might think, they're so weird around me. Do they even like me? But the truth is, they like you too much. Their body betrays their secret. Fidgeting. Blushing. Over-explaining. Looking at you, then away. Trying to seem chill, while their heart is doing backflips. It's adorable. And revealing. Because when someone's behavior changes only around you, it's not random. It's emotion. It's tension. It's a sign. You mentioned once, weeks ago, that you love lemon tea. Next time you meet, they have lemon tea waiting. You casually said your dog's name was Max. Now they ask, how's Max doing? They remember your favorite band. The exact day of your job interview. That story you told once at a party and forgot about, but they didn't. Why? Because they're paying attention. Because you're important to them. Because they're looking for ways to stay connected to you, even if they haven't admitted it yet. When someone remembers the tiny details you didn't even realize you shared. That's not friendship. That's focus. That's interest. Crushes don't always shout. Sometimes, they whisper, through memory, through effort, through care. So ask yourself, who always seems to remember you? Sometimes the crush isn't obvious. Until you notice how their friends behave. They smirk when you walk by. They tease them in front of you. They act overly casual, like they're trying to play it cool. But failing miserably. If their friends know about the crush, and they usually do, they'll drop hints. On purpose or by accident. Suddenly, you're the center of attention. They push their friend to sit next to you. They keep bringing up your name. Or worse, they all go silent when you enter the room. Like you just walked into a secret. That's because you did. A crush rarely stays private forever. It leaks into the dynamic. And their friends? They're the most obvious clue. So next time you're around them, don't just watch the person. Watch their circle. The truth might already be out, just not from their lips yet. Now you know the signs. Having a crush is terrifying. Hiding it is exhausting. But spotting it? That can feel confusing. Now that you know the subtle signs, you can look beneath the surface. And whether you feel the same or not, you're more prepared than ever to understand what someone's body, eyes, and energy might be saying, even if their mouth stays silent. If this resonated with you, hit that like button so I know you want more content like this. And don't forget to subscribe to MindShift Playbook, where we decode human behavior, relationships, and everything going on beneath the surface. Because self-awareness is your superpower.